Good morning, everyone. This is Scott, or the Scott Man, and we are back here in Niles, Michigan. Of all the places I've been to in my travels of the past 10 years, this is the one place which I've gotten so many comments about wanting me to come back to Niles. Well, here I am. But yeah, it's a beautiful morning, and yeah, from what I could tell, for the bridge going across the St. Joseph River, that is totally new, because I remember that bridge wasn't there a few years ago. Well, that version, it was there. They did a bridge replacement during the past few years, and it looks beautiful. But yeah, we're gonna explore a little bit around the park, and then we'll head into town and we'll check out some cool historic sites. As I travel to many places around the world, I am always fascinated by visiting new places and making new discoveries. At the same time, it is always fun to go back to revisit a place which is very exciting. Just like how I visit Frankenmuth a lot, Niles is another place worth coming back to. The scenery is very pleasant, and Niles has that small town feel which makes me feel very peaceful. We're at the corner of 4th and Main Street, and right behind us, that is the Four Flags Hotel. A little fun fact, the city of Niles is also called the City of Four Flags. The hotel was built back in 1925, and it is rumored that Al Capone, Eleanor Roosevelt, and Newt Rockney stayed at this hotel. And we are here at the Niles History Center, and this is the Chapin House. This was built back in 1884. From 1884 to around 1902, this was the family home for Henry and Ruby Chapin. Henry Chapin and S.S. Griffith even opened the first general store here in Niles back in the 1840s. And the Chapin family earned a lot of their capital from the iron ore industry, with it being discovered up in the Upper Peninsula. They ran the Chapin mine up near Iron Mountain, Michigan. As a matter of fact, I went to Iron Mountain just a year and a half or so ago. Yeah, feel free to check out that video. I'll post a link up there. And the mine ran for approximately 55 years and then eventually closed down. But yeah, with the house, as you can tell, it's currently undergoing some renovations right now. Because with these beautiful historic mansions and buildings, they can endure some wear and tear over the years, so it's always great to see historic buildings like this get restored, so that way they can be a jewel of a community for many, many years to come. And next to the Chapin House, this is the old Carriage House, and today it is now the Fort St. Joseph Museum. The museum is closed on Sundays, but when it is open, you can go inside and see about 10,000 different artifacts from the Potawatomi Indians, as well as artifacts from the former Fort St. Joseph. Because the historic fort used to be around the area of Niles. We'll even see a marker later in this video. Niles is quite a beautiful city, especially along Main Street. With all the flowers blooming, it's just so peaceful here. And so much great history too. We're gonna get back in the car, we're gonna check out some other cool historical sites around the city which aren't on Main Street. We are just to the north of downtown Niles, and this is the historic train depot here in Niles. I forgot to come here last time when I was here 5 years ago, so here I am now. It was built back in the 1880s in the Richardson Romanesque style, and what a beauty this structure is. And one cool fact is that this historic train depot, which is still currently in use today as an Amtrak station, was featured in 3 Hollywood movies, including the Continental Divide with John Belushi, Midnight Run with Robert De Niro, and Only the Lonely with Maureen O'Hara and John Candy. With many great towns in Michigan, you will find random historical buildings anywhere you go. Where's in a residential neighborhood at Ferry Street and 7th Street, and that is the Ferry School building. That was a one-room schoolhouse, although they added a west wing later on. But the original structure on the left of the video was built back in 1867 and was first opened as a school in 1868. Okay, so we're gonna get back in the car. We're gonna head to the southern end of the city limits of Niles. Yeah, here we are at the southern end of Niles. We're in front of the remnants of the historic Fort St. Joseph. Man, it's such a peaceful spot. You can hear the birds chirping. So this fort was founded by the French in 1691, and then in 1761 it was then taken over by the British, and then 2 years later was taken over by American Indians during Chief Pontiac's uprising. And then even for a few hours in 1781, they even had Spanish flags flying here. But all that's left to date is this boulder, commemorating when the fort was here for about 90 years. As you can tell, Niles has had such an amazing history here, even back before Niles was even founded. When we had Fort St. Joseph here, and then once Niles was founded, so many cool historic sites you can see in town. Or if you just want to take a look at the St. Joseph River, you can also do that as well. Because Niles is absolutely beautiful. It's a city in the Michiana region, which that's basically the area of Michigan and Indiana along the border. You definitely have to check it out while you're here in the area. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to come along and join the adventure with me, click on the subscribe button and don't forget to click the notification bell to know when a new video goes up. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott, or the Scott Man, signing out.